Okay folks, those of you who've seen me play live may have noticed that I'm actually quite stationary when I perform on stage. And while I'd love to be busting out the rock star moves, there seems to be something stopping me. Awkward and ungainly, never feeling cool, trying hard but mainly looking like a fool. The moves appear quite easy, but they don't feel right. I'm trying to be breezy, but I just look uptight. What to do with hands really is the question. Wave them round, gesticulate, I'm open to suggestion. I'm all arms and elbows, I can't coordinate. Trying hard to move in time, but always just too late. I'm unsure of what to do to keep you all engaged, because it feels a little forced, attempting to frolic up and down the stage. I've tried striking poses while singing out my song, but they just look clumsy and it all feels wrong. So I'll carry on and continue gaily, bobbing up and down behind my little banjolele. Whatto folks, Thomas Benjamin Wild here. I do hope you're all keeping well. That was song number 13 in my Song a Week series. There's been quite a few of them now. And that was based on the experience of watching myself back after a show that I'd done a few weeks ago with the wonderful Madam Misfit, where I chose not to play my banjolele while we were doing our song together. And at that point, then realised I don't know what else to do with myself on stage. I have in the past tried moving around the stage and doing all that kind of thing, but I've always just looked awkward with it. And then I watched the video back, and it made me cringe so hard it could have been considered exercise, because I just look so clumsy doing anything on stage that isn't just playing and singing. So that's what inspired this particular song. And I've played shows with the likes of Madam Misfit and Mr. B the Gentleman Rhymer, Professor Elemental, and various other people on the circuit that I'm on, all of who bound around the stage with endless energy. I always feel incredibly awkward because that's not something I particularly do in my sets. So yeah, that's what that song's about, and hopefully a few people can identify with that a little bit. I played this again on my Duke 10 banjolele from the wonderful folks at Duke. If you're interested in getting hold of one of these, you can actually get a discount on them by following the link below the description, the link in the description below the video, and get $20 off as well as free shipping on an order that you make through there. So go and have a look if you're interested in banjoleles and that sort of thing. So lots of lovely comments on the last video. People telling me about their experiences with their dogs and bees. Some people calling them sky raisins, or spicy sky raisins, or spicy sky jalapenos. Yes, he's not managed to catch one yet. We do try and stop him when he does it. We do try and stop him. So even though I was videoing it, in the background what you don't hear is my partner telling him to stop. But I do get the feeling he's going to have to learn the hard way one day. So only a few questions this week. Franco Walker 4662 says, over the years I've gathered quite a few instruments. Just wondering, how many instruments have you acquired? To be quite honest, I'm not sure. So we've got this banjolele, the Duke 10. We've got the Flight soprano uke. I've got the guitar. I've got the first ukulele that I ever owned. I've got another banjolele there. I've got a banjolin, which I've never worked out how to use. It just looks very nice. I've also got an electric guitar and a trombone and a keyboard. I'm sure you can count those out. I'm not sure, quite a few. I've acquired quite a few, as well as kazoos and various other little bits and pieces. I've got kind of a car horn that was used for comedy noises, but we're now using in dog training. But yeah, so in answer to your question, quite a few. I'm not entirely sure though. I haven't really counted them. I will come back to you with an accurate number, perhaps in the next video. And an absolutely wonderful question from Mrs. Dark Zerorora 1346. I think that's how it's pronounced. What made you want to become a musician? It's quite a long answer to that. Firstly, when I was in lower school, so probably aged about 8, I went to see a performance from all the local schools in the area, kind of middle, upper school, high schools, all that kind of thing. And I saw a group of people playing the trombone. So it was a quartet of trombones. And I thought it was absolutely amazing. And so when I started at my middle school at the age of 9, they were offering free music lessons, free peripatetic music lessons, so private music lessons in school hours. And I immediately said I wanted to learn how to play the trombone. And then I can't remember what it was that came first. It was either the Freddie Mercury tribute concert or the episode of Quantum Leap where Sam Beckett jumps into the rock star that made me want to do rock music. Then when I went to an upper school called Wootton Upper School, which is kind of equivalent high school in America, I was able to join all kinds of bands and orchestras and choirs and that kind of thing, as well as playing guitar and being in bands from that perspective. So I had the kind of classical music inspiration as well as the rock music inspiration. So there was lots of things that happened there. I also went to see my sister in a production of The Pirates of Penzance when I was about 11, and she was at upper school, 11, 12, and that made me really interested in performing. So lots of different aspects made me want to become a musician. And there's lots of different influences coming in there, but that was a great question, so thanks for that. If you're interested in seeing these videos before anybody else and accessing other kinds of exclusive materials, you can join my Patreon community. I'm also getting them to vote for which ones from the first lot of songs they want me to turn into full-length songs. So if you want to be included on that vote, follow the link in the description below the video. But you can also access all kinds of other exclusive materials, like hearing new song releases before anybody else, seeing new videos and that kind of thing, as well as joining me for exclusive live streams and Zoom chats and that kind of stuff. So it's great fun. Come and join us. I've got quite a few shows coming up over the next couple of months here in the UK. I won't go through them all because that takes up some time, but if you want to find out where I'm going to be in the UK over the summer, then follow the link in the description as well. Anyway, that's about it from me. Thanks for watching through this far. It'd be lovely to see you out and about at a show at some point over the next few weeks, or for you to join my Patreon community. But until then, stay safe and toodle pip.